All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome into a little bit of Thunder. My name's Mitch Nellis, aka Thunder. This is week 2, episode 2. So it's episode 7 if you want to get technical with me. Thank you so much for chiming in. Have gotten a bunch of emails yesterday, so really excited about that. Jason, Barry, and others all chiming in. We're going landscape today. We'll see how this one works. But just want to wish a really happy morning to everybody and hope everybody's doing okay. Let's see if I can get the angle right on this. This morning, I've already been to Walmart. What have you done this morning? Let me know. Hit me up in the chat. What have you already done this morning? I went to Walmart. I had to go at 7 in the morning. First thing, my daughter, whose last day of school is tomorrow, they had to do something with balloons today, and the teachers delivered the balloons to the houses, but we're in Florida, not in Whitefish Bay, so Dad volunteered to go to Walmart and get that, and so then everybody, of course, had a Walmart run, and so I bought, when you go to Walmart, you buy dog treats, you buy balloons, you buy deodorant, and then maybe you get a little breakfast sandwich for yourself. No big deal. But again, thanks everybody for jumping in. I see a bunch of you jumping in and being part of the chat already this morning. Thank you so much. There is a tropical storm coming to Milwaukee, in case you weren't paying attention. And I know I know people are watching this from all over the country, but mostly it's Milwaukee and or Wisconsin. We had the tropical storm here. The waves, I talked about the weather a little bit yesterday. The waves were crazy. The temperature was crazy. But it's a tropical storm. It's not a thing. It'll be windy. There'll be rain. I think Tony, thanks for sharing the video. I can't see the chat right now for some reason. Maybe that's because I'm landscape. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. Oh, there it is. John's there. Tony's there. Oh, it's harder to see though. All right, we'll have to figure this out. But yeah, it's a tropical storm. Big deal. You know what? We're Wisconsinites. We deal with blizzards one day and sunny the next day, blizzards the next day, rainstorm the next day. It floods, it does this, it does that. We are prepared for it, we're ready. You guys can do it, all good. So I want to talk today about one of my favorite things, really about, oh, that's a house behind me, by the way, about one of my favorite things, and that's sports radio. I love sports radio. If you know me, you know I love sports radio. From my time as an intern at the Sports Radio Double Play with Scott Abley and Tom Lopnow and Bill Johnson and Walt Kaufman and Ken Heinlein and those guys, to working in Madison a little bit with Evan Cohen. Not a whole lot because I didn't show up when I was supposed to show up. So the story goes. And then in Milwaukee with Craig Karmazin and Good Karma, with ESPN 15-10 days, 12.90 nights, and then 540 ESPN, and then going over to iHeart and being on the Big 920 and on 97.3 The Game. I did work for Intercom, but there wasn't a sports station there yet. My first year out of college, I was on the promotions team. I remember being at like Brewers the day the Brewers ticket sales went on sale, and we did like a street team hit. But I was on the street team for Kiss and Mix. Never actually worked for the Fan though. But I was listening to Chuck and Wicket yesterday. Wait, you say Chuck and Wicket? Weren't those guys on like 10 years ago? Yeah, those guys were on like 10 years ago. I was listening to Chuck and Wicket yesterday, and I remember I really liked Chuck and Wicket. But you know what? I also liked Doug and Mike. And John Curzara was watching, and I like listening to Johnny K on the air, or John Curzara on the air, different. But when John's been on the air, I like listening to Dan Pfeiffer, and he's been on the air. Obviously, Homer and Thunder has a special place near and dear to my heart. I loved when I was part of Fantasy Sports Weekly on ESPN with Bill Evans and Meathead and Frank Cosentino and the Polish Rifle, Scott Wisniewski. I loved working with Steve Haywood. Like I said, Homer and Thunder, near and dear to my heart. And then obviously the Mitch Nellis Show with Armin Sarian was awesome. And then I had a bunch of reincarnations with Brainerd and Dario and Ted Davis and Dan Needles, TNT, Ted Needles and Thunder. That was a lot of fun. And the reason I bring this up is that I was thinking, all right, so Chuck and Wicket are on yesterday, which was it really was a nice, fun blast from the past. And that's in Drew and KB spot. And Homer and Gabe are on. And Sparky's on with Gary and Leroy. And like, we have a lot of sports radio in Milwaukee. And I know I could do this, but I'd love to hear from you guys. And everybody knows what my email address is, thundermke@gmail.com, thundermke@gmail.com. And I'd love to hear your dream lineup. Email me your dream lineup. You can post it here on Facebook, but I know you don't want to offend people. And it's one of the reasons I don't want to necessarily share mine right away, because I don't want to offend people. But I want your dream lineup. Let's say you have, you could do midnight to midnight. You could do 5A to 6P, or 6A to 6P, or 6A to 7P, or you can include evenings and night times. I know, Greg Matzek's been around in the market for a long time. There's a bunch of guys who've been doing it. And I'd love to hear your dream lineup for your sports radio in Milwaukee, because we really have so many really good voices and people who've been here for a really long time. I've lived in Milwaukee for 30 years, and it's like I'm in the middle. 30 years should be a long time. It feels like a long time. Look at my hair. My hair's all gray, and it sure, has taken its toll on my hair pigment. But I'd love to hear your dream lineup. Email that over to me, thundermke@gmail.com. And speaking of which, I kind of buried the lead. And so hopefully you're still with me. Hopefully you're still watching. Today, yes, today. So watch for it. Keep clicking on it. Keep clicking on it. Keep clicking on it. We are launching thundermke.com. That's right, thundermke.com. All the Facebook Lives will be there. I'll have some old blog posts and some old longer form podcasts that I have. And then I'll be doing new blogs and new poll questions and fun stuff there as well. So this will really be my home still, Facebook Live. But thundermke.com, we will be launching that later today. So hopefully everybody has a chance to log on, thundermke.com. Remember, don't be too scared of that tropical storm. And like I opened with today, I was at Walmart today. And the way they have Walmart open in Florida, they have like a special line you go in, and they do have the things on the floors, like you go this way in this lane and this way in this lane. But the thing I noticed is every employee, I got a smile from every employee. And I was wearing a mask. I wear a mask. I'm proud of wearing a mask because I don't want to get anybody sick. But I got a smile from everybody. Hey, how you doing? One person asked me to repeat myself, and I think that's one of the things we're losing with the masks, is that our voices do get a little muffled sometimes, and we don't get, and that's a little tough sometimes. But I got smiles. I got kindnesses. I really appreciated it. It was really nice. And I liked that I could share that moment of kindness. Real quick, we're going to go through some shout-outs. Uriah's watching, Steve's watching. Tony ran 3 miles this morning, holy cow. Anson, Miranda, Dustin, you, Greg, Kerry, wow. Jeff B, JB, good to see you there. Tommy's watching. John, Happy Tuesday, John. Mike's out there. Mike, did you just have a birthday? I feel like you just had a birthday. Anyway, I love that all these people are chiming in. Mike Wickett in the house. Mike, if you're still there, it was really fun listening. I listened this morning to the first 2 segments. I'm running around with all the kids. But Tommy says, I used to love sports radio, but they seem to have gotten way too judgy and they know it all. I just stopped listening. I think that's one of the things that I love about being on sports radio is I jump up and down telling everybody that I don't know. There are things I really feel strongly about and things that I have strong feelings about and things that I really think I know, but there's a lot I don't know. And I think that's true with all of us. And that's what's one of the things I love about sports radio as opposed to political radio, when you're just being talked at and people really think they know everything when there's so many people who have so many different opinions. Sports, again, it's not that divider, it's that combiner. It's we all want, now we're all not going to be able to, but we all want to go down to Orlando. We all want to cheer on the Bucks. When the games are on TV, we're all going to be watching together, whether we're physically together or not. And we're all, this still could be something special for the Bucks, and we want that to happen. But we'll see what happens, Ooh, Eric Burke says Len Casper and Homer. Man, Len Casper was really good. And I know obviously he's really good because he's gone on to be to do play-by-play for the Marlins and for the Cubs. But yeah, when he was with TMJ a long time ago, he actually got me an interview there, and he was great. The program director, not as great. But yeah, but my message, I guess, today is, I really enjoy sports radio. Email me, thundermke@gmail.com, thundermke@gmail.com, your dream lineup, current, past, make your own future. That's what we're doing here with this. Thanks everyone for chiming in today. Thanks everyone who's been chiming in. Again, thundermke.com will be launched live today. It'll have it'll have all the Facebook lives. It'll have a couple blog posts, and I'm going to be working on more and more content every day on thundermke.com. Laurent says, I feel strongly that your hair is cool. You know what? I appreciate that. I really do. Thanks to everybody. Chuck, no Joe Buck. You know what? This is Milwaukee Sports Radio. You don't want Joe Buck on? Don't put Joe Buck on. You don't have to put Joe Buck on with the smiley face on that. I love it. So again, everyone, have a great, great Tuesday. Have a great, great day. We're not achieving it every day, but we're all practicing kindness every day. So go out there, practice kindness. Thunder out.